I made my living in accounting because there's no market for philosophers. I pretty much have taken classes in school. I took classes almost continually until I was about 43 years old, and since then I've become a really big history buff, and I go to a lot of seminars and lectures and conferences. I stopped working when I was 57. I had a house in the DC area that I sold last year, and my motivation is to make money to take trips. So,
hey,
nothing wrong with that, brother.
Come on, John, you're up.
Applause, applause.
Hey.
When I graduated high school, I went to Temple.
There's a lie.
Yeah.
He didn't
Good
graduate.
school.
Wait a minute, he didn't lie.
Graduated
He's lying.
Temple.
He didn't graduate.
Met my wife at Temple. Okay, we got married in my senior year. Okay, she never finished, but I did. And from there, I went to teach for a very short period of time at Bartram High School.
I heard that.
Very short period of time, I decided that wasn't for me, and I went to work for the Internal Revenue Service.
Oh,
Yo!
Glad you didn't tell me that when you showed up.
As a revenue agent, I worked there for since '71, I guess it was. I'm still working there, and looking forward to retirement. In between that, my wife and I, we had 3 girls.
Worked for the Delaware River Port Authority for 23 years, and I was the only honest one there. Yeah.
Well, that's your opinion, Don.
Left there, moved to Greenville, South Carolina in 2000, and I'm the operations manager for one of 2 toll roads in the state of South Carolina called the Southern Connector, and I'm loving every minute of it. My claim to fame is my 1 daughter, my beautiful wife, 39 years, 1 granddaughter, and cancer survivor, 2006.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you, thank you.
At this rate, we'll get done Monday morning about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Only if you give Jimmy the mic.
No.
Where's Jane at? Jane?
Now we have Jane on the way. Here's Jane.
That light work there. Can you turn that on?
My name's Jane.
We're running out of light. Hold on, Jane. We're running out of light here.
Black girl in 1923. After I graduated from Bartram, I went to work for Acme Markets, and I went to work for General Electric. I worked at the Acme. Did you?
You guys are friends.
Have a reunion? Start your own reunion.
Worked
There's no hair back there.
I worked in printing in General Electric, and that's what I do now. I have the Copy Shop Plus up on McDade Boulevard, self-employed. I'll retire in about 25 years. If I'm lucky. Or die first. I live about 6 blocks that way. I live with my partner of 25 years, and we have the business together. And
Applause, applause.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Jane, we thank you immensely for that short version.
Yeah.
all right, after Bartram, went to nursing school for a couple of years.
Where?
Community College in Philadelphia.
Well, that's all right.
And got married, had 3 kids, got divorced. Went back to work.
You got divorced?
I've been working for 30 years in, the last 17 in maternity, first 13 in med-surg units. Raised 3 kids, have 6 grandkids. All have done very well. So that's my claim to fame: 3 great kids and 6 great grandkids. I'm very happy with them. Still working. Got 3 more years before I can retire, collect Medicare. But that's it. And Steve and I have stayed close. We live about a mile apart from each other.
You still brother and sister?
That's close.
That's good.
Still twins. So kind of neat.
All right, Stephen.
Hey, Stephen.
Is this going to be the same story?
I let her go first because she was born 26.5 minutes before me.
Oh, it's always a story.
Baby.
It's always the story.
So I got to catch up here. Steve Goldhahn. After Bartram, I went to the University of Pennsylvania, got my biochemistry degree. I was commissioned in the Quartermaster Corps, the Army. So for 3 years I folded blankets in Alexandria, Virginia. 71 and 74. Actually, petroleum supplies, so that's a little bit more interesting. But then out of the Army, I came out and I used the VA, loan. I went back to school and actually got my master's in engineering. That's when I got back. That's when I got into engineering, and so I spent the last so many years in engineering in one form or another. I worked for Campbell Soup for 13 years, and then since then I've been doing consulting work, for biopharmaceuticals. But I've always had a conflict between the right and the left side of my brain. No, you haven't. Yes, I have. The creative part and the other parts. And so all through the years, I've always liked music. My dad was a musician, composer, and we grew up with music all around us. And so throughout my years, I played in bands, and I tried to do something with music. Never made anything at it, but it was a lot of fun. Getting that creative impulse satisfied. So anyway, in 84 actually, I married a beautiful lady from Wisconsin, and we kind of started late, but we had 2 boys, and they're now Kevin's now 24, Michael's 22, will be 22 next month, and they're doing very well. Kevin is an engineer. I tried to talk him out of it, but he went into it anyway. But he's working up in New York, up in Queens, and Michael's in his last year at Rowan. So I hope to retire someday, as soon as the 401ks come back.
Don't do it.
But whenever that happens, all right?
Don't retire.
So, Wendy?
Wendy Kimmel's the logo.
We got a microphone. Let's hear it.
Hello.
Yeah, say it like you mean it.
I can't tell you how much it means to me to see everybody here today. It was really great, because I think everybody looks great, too. It's so hard to recognize people when you first look at them, then after you know who they are, it's like, I should have known. The face is still there. It's just that the rest of us got different looking.
Good.
So what have I done since 1960?
Why do you need
Well,
a cigarette?
I met my husband in 1965 on the beach in Wildwood. That was a major piece of my life. And 40 years, this February, we'll be married.
You're going to be married after 40 years?
No.
40 years. They're taking their time, Bob.
We have 2 beautiful daughters and 6 grandchildren, 4 boys and 2 girls. And their ages 1 to 13, and they're great too. What I've been doing with my life over those years, I graduated from Pierce Junior College. Then I went on to work for a doctor's office for 20 years. I worked for Riddle Hospital for 20 years, and then I went out to Chester County 3 years ago, and my husband kidded me and told me I was a job hopper. I changed my job every 20 years. So,
17 more, Butch.
Life has been good to both of us. We are truly blessed, and this is just another one of those blessings today. So thanks.